What is up, guys? Charles here. Welcome back to another beautiful day in Jacksonville, Florida. I think we have a really cool video for you on deck today. It's gonna be kind of like a mini discussion and then also like a little vlog, just showing you guys, like I said before, what this journey is gonna kind of be like building up to 100 miles a week. This is kind of the first week of real running. It's only 5 runs for 35 miles, so 7 miles each run. And they're all pretty similar, so I figured vlogging one would probably be best, because if I vlogged them all, they'd feel pretty similar. So I just wanted to break down really quickly right now what those runs looked like, and then in the second part of the video, play the part where I bring you guys along with me. You get to experience, what it kind of looks like for me to go out on one of those runs, and my sort of approach to this first very easy block of training. And as we get down the road and the runs get more interesting, we'll get more actual running footage. In this part, all I wanted to do was really quickly break down the 5 runs, sort of where I did them, why I chose those places. Just a really quick run through of the 5 runs that got me to 35 miles this week. And so without further ado, let's just get into it. So if you're looking at this first run, this is pretty funny. I guess I'm out of practice because I lost my ability to properly gauge mileage. If you're looking at it, you see this loop where it's not entirely closed, and that's because I miscalculated this loop at UNF that goes all around these long roads and neighborhoods and then comes back onto the campus and finishes out what I thought would be 7 miles, but it ended up being more like 8. And since this was my first 7-mile run after only doing 3-mile runs last week, I didn't want to go any further overboard and overextend myself. So if you look at where the gaps are between the red lines, I kind of had to walk that back at the end. So that was a funny introduction, but as you see, it's like right around 7-minute pace. It was super relaxed. It was very humid, but I had a great time and we got the run done, and my legs felt a bit rickety. That is super expected at this point in the training block, at least in my experience. So great run, kind of a funny way to get back into things, but overall very solid. The next run you see here is in North Guana. It's one of the most beautiful runs in Jacksonville, also one of the most dangerous. I've seen bears, snakes, alligators, and someone I know said they saw a panther out there. So it's pretty crazy, but it's in this beautiful wildlife preserve. And the reason I did this run was because the previous run we talked about was more on concrete, and this is on like very crushed gravel. Just I like mixing up the surface, switching up. I'm not as worried about what my legs are running on in the moment, but what I do like to do is change what I'm running on so they kind of never overdo the same surface over and over again. It's kind of like switching between running shoes and kind of like renewing the muscle groups that prefer to run on those surfaces. At least that's how it feels to me. So I always like going back and forth from soft surface to concrete to road, stuff like that, and hilly to flat, stuff like that too. And so the next run is at a completely different place at the pier. Looks like we're kind of moving for the third run back at about 6:40 pace. I think this is the day I filmed, leading up to the run and afterwards. So we will cut to that in a second after we finish talking about these. That was a great run. The sea breeze is wonderful. As you can see, there's all ocean to the right of us. We're not quite on the beach. There's a road that goes parallel to the ocean, and it's just a really nice run in a really beautiful part of Jacksonville. Then back to UNF. I mastered the loop this time. As you can see, the red dots connect. I had to start in a different place because a police officer actually told me if I parked in the previous parking lot, they would have to search the woods at night. So I moved my car a little bit closer to where the track is and was able to get a better loop because of that. That was actually 7 miles. And for the last run, exact same thing, exact same pace too. That's pretty impressive. So we're aiming for consistency and we got it. As you can see, these runs, they are a bit in the 640s, but none of them were too aggressive. They all started out I guarantee they all started out on the slower end, more like 730, and then I worked my way into it. I really like this UNF loop because I like to start in the trails and then switch on to concrete about like halfway through. And so I didn't want this part to take too long. Those are the 5 runs. Those are the paces. I'll talk about it more in kind of the vlog, but I'm just trying to enjoy myself, get through the week, stay healthy, which we were luckily able to do, knock on wood for that. And so I think at the end of this last UNF run, I brought the camera with me and I kind of did an outro. So you won't see this Charles again, but the outro will be done by me after one of those runs. But I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. I hope you enjoyed the vlog that's about to come up. And if you guys enjoy this video format, please let me know, because I had a ton of fun making it. I'll see you guys for the next week of training, where I'm going for 50 miles, and every week after that until we hit 100. But knocking on wood again, we're doing this thing. This is great. I'm so thankful for you guys for watching it with me, and I hope you enjoy the next part of the video. All right, guys, it is finally time. We are starting, oh my gosh, it's so dark. We are starting off my mileage block. Not running too much. It's still just, I think 30, 35 this week, but we're done with little baby shakeout runs and we're gonna start running for real. So, super exciting. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, because these runs always feel kind of weird after being off for a little bit, but it's always super fun. I'm full of so much energy, so much motivation for the block, and yeah, I missed it so much when I wasn't training. It's fun to be headed back towards training again. So we're gonna go out to the beach. We're gonna meet up with my friend there who's gonna run, I think, like 40 minutes with me. I'm gonna run about 7 miles. And fingers crossed, we're just gonna go out there, get the mileage done, enjoy ourselves, and have fun in the process. That's what it's all about, right? So let's get to driving, because that is a ways away. Let's go. So we are at the beach now. It's pretty windy and it looks like it might rain, but you know, we're gonna get it done, rain or shine. Right now I'm just waiting for my buddy to come down, and then we'll do some warm-up stretching and get the run done. Because we're just getting back into it, all we got is easy runs. I think I got 30, 35, as I said earlier, over 5 different runs. So I'm just doing 5 7-mile runs this week, just keeping it easy, making sure my body is used to the stimulus and the training before I move on to next week and start doing a little more. So the aim of the game is just stay relaxed and enjoy myself. So coming out to runs like this and really nice environment. It is a little warm, but hanging out with my friend, you know, enjoying the run is part of that. So that's what I'm really trying to do today, is just get the mileage done and have a relaxed and fun time while I do it. So he should be down in a bit, but we'll just be waiting until then. Guy Fieri looking.
You know what's July 1st?
Is it? No, it's not.
Do you know what's July 1st?
No.
You know when that is?
Yeah.
That's Friday.
Yeah.
Minions.
What? All right, we are back from the run now. Wow, that was hot. Oh, the wind was actually super nice for cooling off. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but it is ripping through. Got 7 miles done, super easy. It was really fun. So now we're gonna go to Chipotle, grab some quick food. It's always a great idea to refuel as quickly as possible after an effort like this. So yeah, overall great run, felt great. Legs are still shaking back into it, but that's completely normal. And yeah, we're chipping away at that 35-mile week, so let's go. Woo! Out here, got another late night run done. Another 7-mile run, pretty similar to the last one, but this one was a good bit later. You can see it's pretty much nighttime now. Yeah, I hope you thought it was cool seeing what those kinds of runs are like for me out here. Just keeping things very relaxed, making sure I have fun. I try and one thing I keep in my mind is I try and smile as many times as I possibly can on these runs. Just every time I do it, kind of sends like a wave of I don't know, relaxation, and it's kind of like a little paradigm shift in the middle of the run. It just kind of resets the way I see my training, the way I see what I'm doing in the moment, and it kind of just helps me enjoy it a little bit. So I'm out here, I'm smiling, getting it done. This is the second week on our way to 100 miles, and we are moving up fast. Last week it was just 12 miles of little runs. This week it was 35 miles, so we've more than doubled
the previous week, but honestly every run I was feeling fitter, and every run felt a little bit easier. I don't know if I can recommend going up as quickly as I have. I'm only able to do this because I've been doing it for years, so always listen to what your coach says. That's what I'm doing right now. But if you're new to the sport, a good rule of thumb is usually I think about 10% increase a week max. Just make sure your body's used to it. A new stimulus, you know, for me these mileages aren't new, so I'm able to get through them a little bit faster. But yeah, to each their own. And this week was 35 over 5 days. Next week I'm shooting for 50 over 6 days. I'll say I'll check back in with you next week, but I'll start filming it tomorrow because it's Saturday night now, so next week will start on a Sunday. And yeah, second week done in the books. We're on our way to 100 miles. Let's keep second week in the books. We are on our way to 100 miles. Let's keep it going, guys.